bonus that I wanted to share is a skill of transcription to save yourself time and be able to create for your content, whether it's a video, a summary. And you can do this in a variety of ways. This is just one that has been working really well for me. So what I'll do is I will upload my video. Here I've used Loom to upload, and then I go into the transcript setting on the right. And what's great about this is if you want to pay, it'll do this for you, but just with a few clicks, you can also achieve the same result. So I download my captions, and then I open it to my folder. Once I open it, I can take the transcription, which is all of this on the right hand side, and be able to now go to Bard. So I log into Bard and I give it the prompt to summarize this transcription into a YouTube description. So that means I'm going to be using this specifically for the YouTube channel. You can, of course, change or write this for Instagram or other types of channels as well, because each platform has a unique tone and audience, and it can adapt as well for you. And then add the timeline chapters for the video, because this is really important. And the reason I love to do this is it saves a huge amount of time. I can do this manually. It's not that it's difficult. It's just that it takes time, and then I end up, wasting back and forth versus just working on other things that might be really more valuable. And it could be my next content. It could be my next strategic brand partnership. So I really want to make sure that these types of things that I can automate or use a tool like Bard to assist me in, I can do it. So you can see as I pasted here, after I gave the prompt, I put a colon so that it knows that it's summarizing this entire paste that I just put in. Now, when I copied and pasted this into the description, notice that I did copy and include the times. I'm going to see what it does with this, but I'm hoping it will help create a better timeline for the video. Now I click submit, and in just a few moments, it will come up with a description. Now, it doesn't look like it got everything, but you can click on this to see all of the paste that I entered in on the prompt. Just know that you can collapse the text. It's just saving room, but it is there. And I can always go back and edit. So if I want to change anything, and then press update. So these are tools at the top that are helpful as you get to be comfortable and familiar with using Bard. Okay, so I'm going to cancel this and look at what it came up. This is what it came up with. So I've got key points. I've got great, awesome. It has come up with the chapter timeline. So this is the first time that I tried this, but I was hoping it would be able to identify where in the video. Now, of course, with AI, it's not always perfect. In fact, it's not guaranteed to be perfect. So there's a few things I want to show you, because it's our responsibility as content creators to maintain the trust with our audience. Part of trust is that integrity, that what we are sharing and saying is, to the best of our abilities, accurate. This is a double check response button that Google does. It's one of the reasons why I love Bard, because it allows me to now search Google to verify any information that's inside. Now, this doesn't state any specific numbers. There's no facts that are specifically put in here. It's more of a summary. So it's saying the check completed and there's no results found. But let's say I had put in a stat that I just made up, or it came up with a stat. We have to verify it. So keep that in mind, that you need to search and verify and research. This prompt is repeating back to you what you asked it to do. It is not a fact checker. That is still up to us as content creators. So use this tool responsibly. Yes, it saves you time, but this also saves you time. Just take that extra click. You can definitely also use it as a way to look at other related topics. And this is really helpful because it came up with some things that might be relevant to help me on whatever it is that I'm working on. So this is a tool to not distract you, it's to help you, but I do want to emphasize the importance of being really responsible as a micro-influencer to your audience, to yourself and your values, and also to the brand. That is going to be very important in terms of your integrity, your follow through. You do and say what you represent and who you are and what products and services that you choose to work with. So this is your value. Don't give it away because you didn't do a search or verify things. Take a few moments and do it. We've saved you hours already, so you can do this. This is something that we want to make sure everyone is aware of as a tool. Now, another thing that you can do is you can go in and you can modify the response. This happens where it might just be like a little too academic sounding, or maybe it's a little too silly and you want to make it more professional. You can use these really quick prompts to quickly modify this. So if I were to say, make this more casual, you click on there and it's going to come up with a new casual edition. So this is great. It's really, I think, helpful in the beginning for you to play around. You can also listen to it. And Okay, this is great. Sometimes when you're reading, you don't always hear the tone, and not to say that automated voice is a great tone either. However, there is something different about how we brainstorm or get inspired when we hear it. So if you want to read it, go for that way. Maybe play it and say, hey, does this sound like me? You're going to know when you hear it, okay, is that something I would have said? And if not, no worries. This is how you can also go back in and you can modify, or you can say, hey, say it with this tone. So as you're working with AI, it's going to help you learn and define what prompts sound like you. I recommend try playing around, listen to what it says, listen to the tone, whether you're reading it or you're playing it back to yourself, and also try different styles. With the exact same content. This is going to help you see what really works. And as we hone our recipe of who we are and what our brand sounds like, this is going to make sure that we stand out from other influencers, because anyone who types this prompt is going to get this response. But remember, it's all about making it personal, making it you. So bring in that secret sauce here so that you can really get the prompts that sound like your brand and that represent your brand. I hope this was helpful, and please share your prompts, share what's working for you, share the other tricks. This is just some of my initial thoughts and ideas, and I hope it saves you lots of time creating more valuable content that's authentic and responsible so that brands are excited to work with you and partner with you in a paid collaboration.